So I'm about to make my first radio debut. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I'm just going to let this run and throw it up on YouTube and Facebook afterwards. We'll see. They're supposed to call me in at 7:15. It's like 7:13 now, so any dead space I'll just edit out later. But I'm up here at 103.7 The Buzz in Little Rock, and they asked me to come in and talk about Restore Hope, which is one of the nonprofits that I'm involved with, and to tell a little bit about my story. I've got 3 minutes to tell my story, so we'll see how that goes. All right.
Coming in? Come on in. Come on, let me get out of the way. Hey, Jason, come on in. Sir. This is me.
Hey, yes.
Let me just
Yeah.
How you doing, man? Good to see you. I got my back.
All right,
On my baby.
Steve,
Good to see you.
did you see the deal? Because what I'm gonna do, I'm going. Jason, you remember Jason Duncan's one of our Restore Hope students.
Yeah, I met him.
All right, so I'm gonna let him talk. Then we're gonna go right to 33. Okay, because this is our story. So
Do I need these or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Steve gonna be
Yeah, you'll be able to hear everything.
be natural.
Just
Do what you do.
what's the station policy on f-bombs?
None, zero.
Try to
Zero.
avoid those. Okay.
Yeah.
Figure I better check first.
Yeah, yeah. Faith-based.
Faith-based. That's the f-bomb I was going for.
Hey, thanks for tuning in and staying with us for this next hour. I call it 60 minutes of Recruiting Intelligence Report, Our Power. We use intelligence from what's going on in recruiting inside school. What I have today, you remember last week we had Paul Chapman here from Restore Hope and really trying to give you some practical applications. And as you know, one of our partners, 33 Authentic Manhoods, right here, and kind of we're all cousins. We're all related to what we're trying to do to develop young men. One reason I got my baby girl, my oldest baby girl, here with me in the studio, Destiny, and I'm always praying that God will send her the godly man and for me to walk down the aisle and hand her off to the person who I know is going to do what God calls us to do, the pastor, provide and protect. And so we know that sometimes people get started on the wrong path and have to be resurrected and have to be restored. And we have our Restore Hope program with Paul Chapman. I have a guy here that I met several years ago man, I just went blank.
Through the
Jason,
college program.
through our at Arkansas Baptist College, and Jason Duncan, who was one of our first students who came here and now has just changed his life around. Jason, talk about the opportunity for this program and what it meant for your life. When we were doing it with the Exodus program at Arkansas Baptist College with Fellowship Bible Church at the time, Paul Chapman. Talk about how that really just give you an opportunity while you're incarcerated. You know, you got a second chance, and what you're doing right now, and which is just an incredible story.
Sure, yeah, I'll be happy to. So, as Paul, I'm sure, mentioned last week, you know, we have a problem with Arkansas with rising incarceration rates. And even when people are released from prison, 1 out of 2 inmates will return to prison. And then we also have what might seem on the surface to be an unrelated problem with too many kids in foster care. Any kid in foster care is too many. But these problems are in our communities and they're getting worse. I first met the folks who run Restore Hope while I was in fact serving a sentence. I deserved to be there, and it was one of the best things that could ever happen to me. I wouldn't wish prison on my worst enemy, but for me, it was an opportunity to change my life. Because instead of just being run through the system like so many folks are, I was partnered with UFITS at Arkansas Baptist and given the opportunity to get an education, which gave me hope for a better life, an education which I've since completed. Through Paul Chapman, I was given discipleship through him and through his guys, and through what has become the 33 series for men. And then at that point it was the Quest for Authentic Manhood, but that gave me a vision for noble manhood that I could then pursue after release from prison. And then all these things together provided hope. They gave me the training I needed, the vision to shoot for, and the hope to fuel the journey. And I've been running with it since then, and it's fantastic.
Man, that's
Still bumps.
amen. And I see, and so now, and you'll be hearing from that each week, and we're going to get some stuff, get him down here recording. We've got that from 33. Now I'm going to turn it over to my partner, with the reason I moved to Little Rock, and Steve had sent me those tapes back when I